Mrs. Grimmer, wake up!
Ooh, ooh, oh, oh.
What are you doing?
Well, I built a den because I wanted to read some stories for Willow class. I've got my books here. And then I must have fallen asleep.
Oh, Mrs. Grimmer.
Don't tell Mr. McDonald.
What are you going to read, Mrs. Grimmer?
Well, I thought I would read my favourite book, and it's this one, One Dish Meals.
Oh, Mrs. Grimmer, you can't read that.
Oh, don't you think children will like this one?
No, that's boring.
Okay, what should I read instead then for World Book Day?
The Boris one.
Oh, yes, this one. Boris Goes Camping by Carrie Weston and Tim Warnes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. The day that Miss Cluck was taking the class camping, everyone was very excited. When Miss Cluck said that it was almost time to set off, all the animals squeaked with delight. Letitia the rabbit carried her butterfly net, Maxwell the mole clutched his teddy, the little mice each had a basket, Fergus the fox cub was given the map, and Boris was put in charge of absolutely everything else. For Boris was an enormous, hairy, scary grizzly bear, but he was also rather kind and helpful. "Bravo," said Miss Cluck, as Boris heaved the huge bag on his back. "What would we do without you?" And there you can see he's got the big rucksack with everyone's things in. Miss Cluck and her class set off through the woods. Letitia chased after butterflies, Fergus puzzled over the map, Maxwell got his teddy stuck up a tree. Look, there it is, stuck up the tree. And the mice struggled with their baskets because they're very small. Eventually Boris caught up with them all. Poor Miss Cluck blew her whistle. "This really won't do," she said. "We must stay together." Then Boris had an idea, because the mice said they were too tired to stay together. He found room for everything in his bag, even the tired mice. "Bravo, Boris," cheered his friends. Before long they came to a little bridge. Boris and Letitia dropped twigs into the stream. Then everyone rushed to the other side of the bridge to see whose would come first. I wonder whose might win. But somehow Boris forgot about the bag on his back. Somehow Maxwell's teddy went splash into the water. Uh-oh. Somehow the mice managed to cling on. Maxwell let out an enormous wail. "Oh, Boris!" he cried. Poor Boris felt so clumsy and ashamed. Miss Cluck carefully leaned over the bridge with Letitia's butterfly net, but it was no good. Teddy was going to float away. Boris decided it was time to be very brave. He leapt into the water. Splash! It went up all the way to his hairy knees. Boris scooped Teddy safely out of the water. Now there were two dripping wet bears, Boris and the teddy, Maxwell's teddies, and Maxwell hugged them both. "Boris the biggest, bravest bear," said Maxwell. "Bravo, Boris," agreed Miss Cluck. "Now, let's set up camp before there are any more accidents." The animals gathered round while Miss Cluck explained how to build a teepee. It all sounded very easy. Letitia and Maxwell collected long sticks, the mice chewed off some lengths of rope, and Boris helped Fergus spread out the canvas. Then they tried to put it up together. But it was not easy. Not at all easy. Once the teepee was up, the fun really began. Miss Cluck got out a new box of chalks and let everyone draw on the teepee. It looked wonderful. Boris put Maxwell's teddy on top to dry, and off they went to pick berries for supper. Miss Cluck showed them which ones were good to eat. Boris carried the full baskets while the other animals hurried excitedly back to camp. But they were in for a shock. What's going to happen? For their wonderful teepee wasn't quite so wonderful anymore. Someone had drawn on Miss Cluck's face. Someone had pulled down all the sticks. And someone was going to be in big trouble. Miss Cluck was very, very angry indeed. She marched straight up to the bulging canvas, reached underneath and pulled out two very naughty little wolf cubs. The cubs wriggled and struggled. "Do you know your parents know you're out in the woods alone?" asked Miss Cluck in her firmest voice. "We don't care," yelled one of the cubs rudely. "Our daddy is the big, bad wolf." "He's much bigger than you," said the other, and even more rudely, "and he eats chickens for supper," boomed Boris with a great big berry-stained grin. "Yikes! It's a grizzly bear," said one wolf cub. "Help! It's a hungry bear," said the other wolf cub. "Phew! It's Boris Bear," said Miss Cluck. Their naughty little wolf cubs turned on their heels and fled. Boris was most confused. "Oh, Boris, what a brave bear you are," smiled Miss Cluck. "Now, let's put the teepee back together." That evening, Boris and his friends ate a supper of toasted marshmallows and berries until the sun went down. And then Miss Cluck got out her guitar and they sang songs under the stars. Boris felt his eyelids grow heavy. It was tiring being a big, brave bear. "I think I might go to bed now," he yawned. "Oh." Boris snuggled down happily inside the teepee and was soon snoring. A bit like Mrs. Grimmer was. A little later, Fergus, then Letitia, Maxwell with Teddy, the mice and Miss Cluck crept into the teepee. There wasn't much room, but nobody minded a bit. After all, everyone had a nice, soft place to sleep. Even Miss Cluck. "Bravo, Boris," she whispered as she fell fast asleep. I hope you liked that story, Willow class, and enjoy World Book Day today. See you all soon. Bye.